Hi, I'm Mike Lyons, CEO of Lyons and Associates. Um, Today, I'm going to talk about selling a better agency. Selling a better agency starts with personal qualities. First and foremost is character, being honest and ethical. Being honest and ethical is good for your customer, good for your organization, and perhaps most of all, good for you. Knowing that you are and have been honest and ethical with those whom you deal with makes you feel good about yourself. Don't let the temptation of any short-term gains by being dishonest or unethical ruin the chance of any long-term relationships with others. Second is having integrity. Having integrity means being whole. That is, being the same person on the inside as on the outside. Integrity is being truthful to yourself and others about your values and beliefs. In sales terms, when you have integrity, you believe in yourself, you believe in your organization, and you believe in the service that we are selling here. With integrity, your life is in total alignment with your values. You find that being in sales is natural in that you have inner motivation because your work is a reflection of the true you. You can't fake integrity. Who you are as a person always speaks louder than anything that you say. Um, the third thing I want to mention is competitors. We can use competitors to reach higher levels of success. Competition builds character. Until challenged, we often think that we are doing our best. Our competitors' efforts give us the wherewithal to do better. Through competition, we discover reserves that we did not know we had. Even though we may finish a competition, sometimes behind others as salespeople, we may well find that we have produced results that are our personal best. And with that said, using this competition is going to help us to dominate in our profession. Attitude is another. Be proud of your profession. Being in sales is a career of service. Our whole society is built on the idea of service. The major religions of the world teach us that we are here to serve others. We can and do make a difference in people's lives and in our clients' lives by helping them improve their cash flow. Take responsibility for your own success, because the fact remains that you will be as successful as you decide to be. Tempting as it is to talk about what others should be doing or should have done, start viewing goals, problems, and obstacles from the inside out rather from the outside in. If you do your best with honesty and integrity, you are already successful. In the end, failure is self-inflicted and success is self-bestowed. Dehypnotize yourself. We have all witnessed or heard about stage hypnotist acts. Once hypnotized, the audience volunteer is able to perform remarkable feats such as lifting great weights or holding arms outstretched for long periods of times at the suggestion of the hypnotist. What we forget is that the person already had the capability to perform those feats. So in a very real sense, a hypnotist really dehypnotizes us. He puts us back in touch with our true self. Our capabilities are masked by fears or restrictions we or others consciously or subconsciously place on ourselves, limitations or self-imposed. So don't accept them. Don't accept limitations. Dehypnotize yourself through a program of positive affirmations. Today is a great day. I'm confident. I'm poised. I'm relaxed. I am successful. I hold only good thoughts in my mind. This is how we should be thinking to be successful, which brings me to visualization. This is a powerful success tool. Visualization goes beyond the affirmations of thinking and feeling you are successful to actually seeing yourself being successful. To be truly effective, visualization should encompass multiple senses: touch, feeling, taste, hearing, sight. Sensing the result firmly anchors it in our minds. When the result is firmly anchored in our minds, we have literally created the future. Which brings us to staying busy. Just staying productively busy provides a tremendous psychological edge. You feel better about yourself, your career, and your life. And always keep your attitude above your knowledge. As we start something new, our attitude is usually above our skill level. As we progress in the new skill, the natural tendency seems to be that our attitude starts to decline. We must work to maintain a consistently high attitude, and we can begin by making a decision to always keep our attitude above our skill level. Which brings me to breaking comfort zone. Okay, we can only climb by grabbing the branches, not the flowers. You find out what you are capable of doing by pushing yourself beyond what you have done in the past. Train your mind to think, here's how this can be done, instead of here's why that won't work. And when you get rejected in sales, don't take the rejection personally. If you believe in yourself, our organization, and our service, then you will see a prospect's no as a loss to the prospect rather than a personal rejection. According to the law of averages, each no puts you one call closer to another yes. And when we run into these difficult times, be thankful for them. Sales has ups and downs. Recognize that the downs provide us with opportunities for significant growth. Every sales call, regardless of outcome, is a source of feedback and greater self-knowledge. So accept the downs as a test of your inner strength and as a challenge to make a victory of your experience. You have a choice of action, and you can make a decision not to be discouraged and not to quit when you face difficult times. Such a victory is the best kind of victory, a victory of perseverance and will. The greatest power is often simple patience, which we need to realize that the sales process takes time. New sales reps many times push too hard to close sales now. This can and usually does backfire. Often we just need time in order for new things to happen. Understanding that progress can be slow need not dampen our enthusiasm. Indeed, patience is a virtue. We must remember that we don't get the dividend before the investment or the harvest before the seed is planted. Just as an investment of $1,000 per year compounded at 8% interest will produce almost $500,000 in 40 years, an investment of time and effort plus patience will enable us to be successful. Think of patience as an equal partner with your other resources. By applying the principle of compound interest to all of your efforts, you will reach huge dividends and you will reap those benefits. And remember, always do your best. Keep in mind that not everyone can be number one, but everyone can do his or her best. If you do your best, then at least one person will be happy. And to do this, you must build self-discipline. This is making yourself do what you know needs to be done when it should be done. Self-discipline strengthens your will, just as exercise strengthens your body. So with discipline, we can become more professional as well if we discipline ourselves to set high standards and make all of our acts worthy of our high standards. Look at the samurai as a role model of professionalism. The samurai keeps his grooming, his clothing, possessions, body and mind impeccable at all times. The samurai's intense physical and mental training and discipline give him the ability to accept life on a moment-by-moment basis. So act worthy of yourself. And when you're doing this, do what unsuccessful people will not do. This is very important. It's the common denominator of success. It's the discipline to do what unsuccessful people will not do. Most successful organizations that have a sales training department will teach the methods the organization has found to work. Yet sales representatives fail because they do not do what they have been instructed to do. And why? They won't do them because they're hard work, or they may lead to rejection, or both. Like cold calling, for example. If you really want to be successful, discipline yourself to do what failures will not do and work hard at it. Sales is a highly paid profession because it does require hard work and effort. If it were easy, sales would not be so well paid. Recognize that if you want to be successful in sales or any other profession, you must offer something in return. In most cases, that something is hard work. One of the things I want to mention about this is making hay while the sun shines. When you're hot, you're hot. On those days when everything just seems to go well, don't stop when you reach your quota or your call quota or your goal for the day. Keep going. Take advantage of being in the groove. You can use this to stack the odds in your favor. One of the cardinal rules of investing, matter of fact, is time, not timing. Experience reveals that it is impossible to time the market. Most of the annual gains in the stock market come in only 3 to 5 trading days a year, and no one knows when those particular days will occur. Similarly, football, hockey, basketball, baseball, these games are usually won in 2 or 3 plays. What does this say about the role of luck in sales? If you do all the right things, you will be in the right place at the right time. When those 2 or 3 plays happen, you want to be there. To be there for those plays, you have to self-discipline yourself to work day in and day out. Make the calls, and the sales will take care of themselves. And consider yourself lucky to have support people in your corner, to have my support, to have your sales manager's support. And if you're fortunate enough to have a spouse, family member, or friend who cares enough about you to make you live up to your potential, you are fortunate indeed. A sales trainer at any Fortune 500 company begins each training class with the observation: having someone who will get you out of the bed in the morning and off to work is more important to your success than any sales technique you will learn. And this brings us to planning and focus. Okay, you want to set your objectives, stay focused, concentrate on high payoff activities, do the things that directly contribute to your sales. Companies fail for the same reasons that sales representatives fail: lack of focus and lack of clarity. Focus concentrates energy and magnifies its impact. Using the same energy required to light a light bulb, a laser beam can cut through solid steel. By focusing on high payoff activities, you can achieve quantum leaps in performance, which will require that you be results driven and plan for results, not events, but plan for results. The problem with many of the time management techniques that you may see around is that they are event driven rather than being results driven. The emphasis in these techniques are on the to-do list and the schedules. And I'm not saying you should not have a to-do list or schedule or a book of goals, but make a point of asking this question to yourself several times a day. Is what I am doing right now going to lead to more sales? If the answer is no, then stop what you're doing and refocus your efforts on tasks that will lead to more sales. Okay, and with this, you will need to develop a set of key statistics for your sales situation. Your statistics will most likely include the following: a number of telephone calls to reach a prospect, the number of telephone calls to get an appointment, the number of appointments to get accounts placed, and the dollar size averages. From these numbers, you can then calculate commission per telephone call, commission per appointment. Use your statistics to monitor your results and to identify problem areas. For example, if your sales are down for the week, by examining your statistics, you can find out exactly why your sales are down and then work to correct the problem so you can get back on the path of success. This also will help you understand the law of averages. Over time, in one call closing situations, your closing rate may be 20% or 30% or 2 or 3 sales made for every 10 presentations. However, your closing rate in the short term may be 1 out of 10. On the one hand, if your rate is 1 out of 10 in a particular week, recognize that the law of averages is working and don't let it discourage you. If, on the other hand, your closing rate is 9 out of 10, also recognize that the law of averages is working, and don't begin to think that you're a closing wizard, and keep repeating what works. After you have a great day, examine what you did and repeat it. Follow the same procedure for a great week and a great year. And rather than wondering what's going to happen on this call if things don't go as anticipated, plan for the unexpected by asking yourself, what are the worst things that can possibly happen if this call does not go as anticipated? If the prospect is a no-show, have a backup plan, such as cold calling on other prospects. If the prospect has an emergency and must prematurely end the call, rehearse how you are going to act. In spite of your best efforts, the unexpected will happen. But if the unexpected happens and we are prepared for it, then it is not unexpected. I'm going to go ahead and close for the day. And hopefully this was informative for anyone who's watching. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.